What is going on? Alpha Aere here, back for another video. It is the 21st of July, Friday. You guys made it. We're at the weekend, just about. You can almost taste it. We got some gravy, some sauce. We got that alpha we are going to go over today. We're going to TA a lot of altcoins. Market kind of a mixed bag, some up, some down, but that is expected when Bitcoin is flat. I mean, we're up 0.11%. Pretty much been in the same spot now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 4-hour candles. That's 28 hours about, right? So we've been kind of holding on to the range lows right now. We are in a bearish flag. If this breaks down, we are going to shatter through that HRC pattern. We're gonna break through we're gonna lose the HRC pattern, which is a Hillary Rodham Clinton pattern. It is this glass floor here, because she couldn't break through the glass ceiling, right? 29,500 is the glass floor. It is our must hold level. We start losing that, we're gonna lose this range and things can start getting really ugly. We're gonna dissect that a little bit today. Of that, we're gonna dissect some alts. Brian over on YouTube, on YouTube, since we're on YouTube, wants TOMO ban protocol TA. We're gonna do that for him. But before we do that, I just want to thank everyone. It's like the 4th video I've made on the channel. Already up to like 30 subscribers, which is awesome. I appreciate everyone. I wish I could call you guys all out by names. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't let us see that. But I can call out some who I definitely know did, because they have commented. Bricklayer, Brian, Cuz for Real, Andrew Davis. I appreciate you guys for following, for subscribing. It means a lot. I appreciate you. It makes this worth doing. If you want a coin TA'd, or want to know something, or want me to explain anything, comment down below, just like Brian did, and I'll TA it in tomorrow's video. If you want it sooner, or if you want to join the community, discord.gg/Alpha Aere, hop on in. And then last but not least, before we jump into all the news, the charts, the drama, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's just jump into the news, get you caught up on today. So yesterday, Caroline's diary came out. New York Times published excerpts from her diary. So SBF today now is accusing SBF of leaking that diary. So the U.S. Department of Justice also now wants to ban him and all parties from making any out-of-court statements in the near future. So some pretty crazy, wild accusations there. So we went over this in yesterday's video, covered some of what was in it. I'm not going to really cover that other than something new that came out today. If you want to see that, watch yesterday's video. It's on the channel. So Caroline's leaked diaries aside, there are some hidden gems in the new FTX documents. This is in the document. So Sam's brother Gabe proposed the FTX Foundation buy a sovereign island nation, build a bunker for all the effective altruists, and that word means nothing anymore thanks to him, and conduct research on human genetic enhancement. Probably there are other things it's useful to do with a sovereign country too, he goes on to say. So just imagine where they might be today or in 5 years if FTX never blew up. Would they be making those human chimera hybrids?
20 years ago, they had cows that produced human milk. 20 years ago, they had spiders that produced body armor, spider goats. Okay, they have human animal hybrids 30 years ago. They've got giant human tissue farms.
I'm obviously having fun with it, right? But yeah, so that's that. So FTX now suing SBF and other top executives for misappropriation of $1 billion, trying to claw back money. So going after Caroline, Gary Wang, former engineers, other people trying to claw back $1 billion. And also, if you hear like jackhammers and hammers and stuff, I'm getting a new deck built, just ignore it. It'll be done in probably next week. So Kuwait bans crypto and virtual asset transactions. So Kuwait's Capital Market Authority has officially confirmed the commitment to absolute prohibition. We all know how that works out of virtually all crypto operations in the country. Kuwait's not seeing it for what it is. Going to fall behind. Going to fall behind the other Arab worlds like Dubai that are embracing crypto. Hackers compromised Uniswap founder's Twitter account and promote scam. More than 254,000 followers, could have clicked a link. So there we go. I don't know how much money was taken. I know it wasn't zero. People fall for this shit all the time. And sometimes I kind of get it because it's coming from the official Twitter account, but be careful what you click. And this is coming from Binance CEO warns of phishing scams as Uniswap founder gets hacked. The amount of social engineering attacks in crypto have been rising, with major execs, large influencer accounts, like, you know, allegedly Big Boy got hacked. A lot of people call him bullshit on that, but they're going after these big accounts, and it is paying in dividends for them. Sim swaps are a method that they are using, so protect yourself at all costs. I didn't realize that there was still people out there who are on Do Kwon's side, but there must be, because the new interim CEO is leaving the door open for Do Kwon's return, saying, of course, Do Kwon is welcome back. Sometimes hiring the criminals that duped all has its benefits for matters like prevention and teaching others. No. No. You're done. It's just like when the new CEO of FTX took over, John Ray III, right? He wanted nothing to do with Sam. He told the court to have him stop reaching out to me. He instructed everyone to just ignore it. Is there still Terra fans out there? I mean, I get trading Terra, futures to make money, but are there still Do Kwon fanboys out there? Let me know down below. This just seems like a terrible idea to me. It could be a spicy day on Wall Street today. So the most options expiry this year is today. $2.4 trillion in contracts expire. If you don't think that's a lot and enough to move the markets, make it spicy, it 100% is. So Friday will be an active day on Wall Street with a major index overhaul and options expiration. Structural shifts for Wall Street on Friday could spike in stock market volatility on the final trading day of the week. One notable event is the expiration of thousands of option contracts on stocks, indexes, and ETFs. While trading volumes have been light in July, been light on stocks, been also light on crypto, and it's been coming down now. We're at the lowest spot trading volume in like almost 2 years. We're getting to that point. While trading volumes have been light in July, exposure is still strong relative to past summers. Summers, you usually get a lull. So we estimate the other major change is a special rebalance in the NASDAQ 100 index, which takes effect at the start of trading on Monday. So a couple things going on today on the stock markets that could make it spicy. ARK Invest releasing a chart showing the bull case and bear case for Bitcoin's utility gaining market share. So Kathy Wood of ARK Invest says she's more confident than ever that we will get the bull case, because when banks failed, Bitcoin went from 19K to 30K. Every time a bank failed, Bitcoin pumped. People are starting to realize that Bitcoin is a risk asset. So 2030 bull case, you have your $1.48 million assumption. Price target assumptions, bear, bull. You can pause this, read this for yourself. But ARK Invest sticking to their call, 1.5 million by 2030. What do you think? Is that going to be the case? Down below, let me know. Just checking in on Bitcoin again, right before we move on to some of the alts. Pretty much it for the news. So here we go. So we kind of talked about the beginning of the video being in this bear flag, right? Bear flag. There you go. Boom. There's your flag. Where's your flagpole at? How do you get your measure move? Well, you take it from the impulse, the breakout, right? Breaking out down to the downside, wherever we happen to break out, it's about a $29,000 Bitcoin. So if we lose 25K, we're going to $29,000. How do we find confluence for that? Well, here you go. You have your 29.5. If we lose that Hillary Rodham Clinton, right, glass floor, we're going to the next level of thick liquidity, which is 29,000. If we do not get a bounce off of 29.5, if the bulls cannot defend 29.5, we're going to 29,000, 28.5, 28, so on and so forth, all the way down. If we can't defend them. Now, I don't think we go all the way down, right? I don't like to get too far ahead than $1,000 or $2,000 price predictions, because it's stupid. Everyone last year, earlier in the year, called for a $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2022. Certain Twitter influencers like Moon Carl, for example, said he's going to delete his Twitter account if it's not by $100,000. And back then I was saying how stupid that was. And yeah, that's just why you got to take it one level at a time, right? So the level we're watching right now is 29.5. We lose that, we're going to 29,000. That is another opportunity, another thick layer of liquidity for bulls to bounce us off of. So 29,000, you can see here this red line. I got them all mapped out. 28,809 is a thick liquidity. That's where these liquidations start. So 28.8 right here. You can see this is where those liquidations are going to start, and we could start sucking them up. Now, there's not a lot of them here. Really, the big ones don't really start till about 25,000-ish. So it's very, very possible that we revisit 25K sometime in the near future. There's a lot of experienced crypto traders out there calling for that. So that's definitely in the cards. But Bitcoin right now, not much has changed since yesterday's video. We are seeing a continual money flow bleed. It looked like maybe yesterday we were going to get a turnaround, but it didn't happen. Fell right out. Printing a green dot right now on this 4-hour chart. Is that going to play out, or are we just going to sideways chop a little bit through the weekend? That's very, very possible. What's the bullish case for Bitcoin? Let me paint that for you. So the bullish case for Bitcoin is closing above 30,500, and really between that 34, once we get past this liquidity, so 34 to 35 between these two lines here, that's bullish case. So bullish case is us coming up outside of this range, clearing all this liquidity out that's sitting right here and making this the new floor, right? Because right now the range that we've been trading in really since last Friday for an entire week, we have been trading from about 30,400 to 29.5. So our range got tighter, and it got tighter towards the bottom of the range, which is bearish. So that's your bullish case. I sold you your bearish case down to 29,000. That's all I'm going to really talk about on Bitcoin right now, other than what should you look for this weekend for a possible turnaround? Well, it's simple. This is Market Cipher B. It is a paid indicator. There is a free version of this called VMC. Just type in VMC up in your indicators. Cipher B. You want to throw A on there as well. The VWAP, your volume weighted, right? So right now the volume is weighted to the downside. So you want to see this VWAP come up. Now, usually you get an impulse up. You can see it's kind of coming up here. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's starting to cross the zero line. Now, these sharp ticks up are what you want to look for. Like elongated slants is just sideways chop. So, you know, this next 4 hours today is going to be important and could set the momentum for the week. So you want to take a look, watch VWAP. Obviously, you know, money flow, this red line here, you know, it's green when it's positive. It means money's coming on in. The other thing you want to pay attention to this weekend is going to be the RSI on these time frames, right? So we're still underneath the simple moving average, which is very, very bearish. So we do have a bullish divergence here. So do we get a little bit of a pump today? So bullish divergence, we made a higher low. So we're starting to come up above. It's a little bullish, right? But if we take a look at the charts, right? Is it enough to break us up and negate this bear flag? We'll have to continue to watch those things to give us an indication of which way the market's going to go. On top of that, and by the way, this is free if you want it. Hop in Discord. I'll give you my template for this. This is an amazing site. You can see the cumulative volume delta of perps, meaning, you know, are perps trending down? Is spot trending down? Are they sell side, buy side heavy? You can switch your time frame. You can see exactly what's going on in the market. You can see your whale orders, your normal orders. Whales are like $1 million plus, 100K plus here, and then 10K plus on the smaller orders. The market typically does, not always, but typically does whatever the whales do. So if you're on the 5-minute chart and you're seeing the whale momentum build up, right? But the price is going down a little bit, you probably are safe to say we're going to go up, depending on what these buckets are doing down here. So these are the orders. Large, small, medium. So you can see it now. Typically they're inverse. Typically what the whales do, everyone does the opposite. What I should say is what everyone else is doing, the whales tend to do the opposite of. The whales control the market. So you need to watch these this weekend as well. If you need this, it's agger.trade. I got my templates, bunch of templates for you. Hop in Discord, discord.gg/Alpha Aere. In the Learn the TA channel, just ask, and I'll be more than happy to walk you through it. That's Bitcoin. That's Bitcoin this weekend. Those are the things you should watch. Bullish and bearish case scenarios. That's it going into this weekend. So let's take a look at some alts now. All right, Brian, let's take a look at TOMO for you, and then we'll look at BAM protocol before we get into a couple of others. So 4 hour, 1 hour, and then higher time frames, please. So let's start with the 4 hour chart. So you're seeing cup and handles play out. So you've seen just a couple things that have played out, right? Got your bottom there, so that's good. You cemented that in, kind of a double bottom here, pumped to the top side. So now what I'm seeing is a cup and a handle pattern forming here, right? So you got your cup there. You got your handle here, which is starting to break out, it looks like a little bit, right? There's your handle. So a breakout from this. Could be looking at about a $1.35 there, which that's not anything to sneeze at. I mean, from where we're at right now to the top, it's another possible 10% gain. It looks like a pretty good value area where investors found value. We've been hung up there for a while. Now there are, I mean, we're at a level of resistance right now. So another one like there. So there's some key levels to get to on the way to it. You know, after that, so here's what needs to happen. So this needs to be flipped to support. So if we get up here and we get rejected here and this level becomes support, that's bullish, right? If we flip up to here and then this level becomes support, that's bullish. If we get up here and flip support, that is bullish. Now, if we get rejected at those levels, as long as we don't come back down into this channel, it's still in a bullish posture. So that's what I'm seeing just on a 4 hour chart. Let's take a look at the money flow real quick for you here, Brian. Money flows coming up again. So bullish there. Stokes and RSIs heading up a little bit. VWAP sharply up. People are buying right now. This is just a 4 hour chart, mind you. But people are finding momentum. It's been bullish really since Sunday the 9th. All right, been pretty bullish on TOMO. So that's kind of what I see on the 4 hours. Take a look at the RSI real quick. You can see here too, starting to get that bullish cross. So this is the simple moving average, the RSI here. I mean, look at, I mean, they made a shoulder, head and shoulders, right? Boom, boom, boom to the top side. So starting to get bullish, seeing bullish signs on the 4 hour chart, but those would be the key levels I would be personally looking for. And look, hourly chart, you wanted that too, but it's the same thing, right? There's not much has changed since we're still in this kind of downswing pattern here, right? We're in the handle on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. It's telling me the same thing. So the daily will probably tell me a little bit different, I would say. It'll let me see a larger time frame. We'll take a look at the weekly and monthly quick for you too here, but same thing I'm seeing on the hourly. So here's what I see on the daily on the higher time frames. So technically we're still in a downturn. We're probably still going to be in a downturn until we, you know, even though it's coming up. This is just Lux Algo, how they pull it. It's coming up. It's bouncing back. What would be nice is if we can reclaim this pocket of liquidity here. It looks to me like it's going for it. So here's what happened is we licked into this pocket of liquidity that was down here. You got to bounce up to here. So if this can become, again, if these levels can become support, that's just building our case to come up here to about a 1.5 to a $1.6. And is that an all-time high? It looks like it is, to me anyways. I don't know how long it's been trading, but you know, that could push us into price discovery territory once again. Maybe we go up here, make a double top at 2.6 before a pullback. That's what I'm seeing is this level of liquidity. So there are orders up here at 1.5 to 1.6. You kind of target that middle of the road there at 1.5336. So it looks like it's trying to make a run for this liquidity after coming and crashing back down here. So watch for these levels to flip. If we get rejected here, it's very possible we come back down and grab this liquidity here before making another run up to the top. When I say what I mean price discovery, right? Once you get back up into this level of liquidity, since it is the top of the market, we don't know what it's going to do. You know, we really don't, other than it probably will get a little bit of a pullback. But when you break outside of this here in price discovery, TA's out the window, you got to just watch and wait and see what it does till it forms new patterns, new highs, new lows. So BAN tried to break out. This is the 4 hour chart on BAN. It tried to break out, so you can see we smashed against resistance, smashed against resistance, smashed against resistance here. And you can see where it was previous support here, support here, support. I mean, look at this, right? Support here. So it's a pretty key level. It looks like we got rejected. It made for that liquidity grab, run up, got rejected. We're bouncing back down into the channel. So until this gets flipped to support, it's just going to bounce and retest these support and resistances. So that's what I'm seeing right now. So, you know, if we lose it, probably coming back down to kind of this key level here. You know, so if you're looking to pick up more, if it loses it, maybe look to that kind of level there. And then, you know, another thing that I'm seeing is, you know, we're continually making lower lows, right? So, you know, low, 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 low. So it looks like we started to kind of make a little bit of a come up, but this is still resistant. So this needs to be flipped. So for price action to continue to go up, we need to flip 1.342. Where do we go after that? We'll look at the higher time frames, right? But let's see what the money flow is doing. Let's see what the VWAP is doing. Again, free indicator, VMC Cipher B. Yeah, it's just been kind of bleeding. It really hasn't been positive, just for a brief touch there on the 20th of July, so yesterday. And then it's just been bleeding since. So that's not very bullish to me, I would say, in the short term. And you got to remember, all of this TA and alts, this is why we focus on Bitcoin at the start, depends on Bitcoin. There's one-offs occasionally. There's a day or two or a week or a crazy news bull run on some coins every once in a while, like we saw with XRP. But for the most part, these are going to fall back in line and start following what Bitcoin is doing. So VWAP's coming down, money's coming down, Stokes and RSI's coming down. It looks to me like, you know, we got rejected. We're probably coming back down to the bottom of the channel here at about 1.142 before we bounce up and retest the top of the channel again. I think it's really that simple on band right now. Daily looks the same. I mean, we're still in this channel, right? Testing. You got your little fake out breakout. So, you know, you can see the liquidity pool here that we licked into. It was just a liquidity grab is what it was, right? Probably some whale manipulation in there, licking up, grabbing all this liquidity, and then kind of getting rejected off of that. So, you know, key level again, right there, boom, to the top side, Alt H, those levels, and then coming up here. So you want to start flipping all these as support to continue to the top side. But the biggest one on the map right now, the biggest two is 1.3423 and 1.419. This is a tradable channel that has formed. I don't know if you're a futures trader or you just buy hodl bags, but, you know, short, long, short, et cetera, et cetera. That's how I would play this until, if you're experienced, that's how I would play this, right? Low leverage, practice risk management. I don't want to make it sound too easy because this is a pretty volatile coin. This channel is 20%, right? And these wicks on this particular coin right now, I mean, just some of these wicks, 2%, right? 1 minute chart probably looks crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. Larger time frames. Let's check out the money flow on the daily time frame. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And we'll look at some more alts here. Bleeding, but trying to come back positive. But I think after today, after the rejection, we're down 4%. Tonight, unless we make that up somehow, unless we make up 4% and then go up another percent, be positive on the day, you're probably going to print a red dot. You're probably going to come down. Looks like it's just cooling off a little bit after the pump up yesterday, right? Got rejected, coming back down, falling back in this channel. It's going to trade. It's going to keep testing this support and this resistance here until we don't. I hope that works for you. Appreciate you dropping that comment down below. Anyone else who wants anything, let me know. Just to specify anything TA, let me know. Just quickly checking in on Kaspa, since the TA really hasn't changed much. It's kind of doing, you know, one of the things that I said it was going to do, which you kind of get your rounded top. You're going to probably come down, retest this 0.32 before hopefully getting a bounce to the top side. Again, depends on what Bitcoin's going to do. If we lose that 29,500, alts are going to bleed. Alts are going to come down pretty damn hard. Bitcoin dominance today pretty strong still, holding on to that kind of 50% level. But Kaspa right now, TA remains the same. These are your key levels here. You know, hopefully if we can, here's the thing with Kaspa. So bunch of momentum behind Kaspa. I mean, we're approaching price discovery territory in Kaspa as well. We're going to start making new highs. Holding support at 0.032 is going to be huge, because if we don't, there's not a lot between us and kind of this 0.027. So it's possible if we can't hold this, we're coming back down to 0.027. But for now, we're holding on. We need to continue to hold on. XRP, not much has changed, right? So this 0.0, 0.87 to 0.915. There's a bunch of liquidity up here. You can see we licked up into it on that run up. Couldn't get it, got rejected, made another run for it, got rejected again. So if we stay in this range, very, very bullish. If we start losing it, we lose 0.6627, and we're coming down to 0.5621. If Bitcoin shatters, if the glass ceiling falls, 0.4503. So continuing in this range would be good. Holding this, retesting, holding this, retesting, just accumulating in this range would be very, very bullish. But until we flip until we flip this rectangle, 0.87 and 0.951 as support, right? We're not going to go up any higher. Again, just looking at BNB, just to remind everyone, we're still in a weekly bear flag, which could break down. I mean, it could send us down to this key level pocket of liquidity that's down here. 183 to 194. It's very, very possible with all the FUD going on. People are shorting this coin into the ground. There's so much shorts going on this. But for now, right, and really for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, we've been stuck here. That's more than we've been stuck in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we've been stuck here for a month. It was a month yesterday, 4 weeks yesterday. So Binance hurting a little bit more than Bitcoin and a lot of other coins right now off of all that FUD. But, tradable channel, to say the least. I mean, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, very tradable channel. Tried to break out. Liquidity licked up here, missed it. So for now, retesting 250 and 231 and just bouncing around in that channel. Very tradable channel. I'm in a short currently on this from way up and adding to it every once in a while when I see something, but it looks like this floor is going to fall out unless there's just a market turnaround. And I'm telling you, the spots, the CVDs, everything, there's just no momentum right now. There just isn't in the crypto market. Here's a beautiful example. I don't remember when I drew this out, but you had your double bottom I called, broke to the upside. I wrote your key levels here. We broke up, and then we came back down. We fell right into this range, bouncing between the support and resistance. So this needed to be flipped to support, which it got flipped to support, right? So now, we're looking at consolidating inside of this range from about 8.817 to 9.96. Again, this is INJ. Let's take a look. Just wanted to see the all-time high on this. All right. So very strong. That's a beautiful double W pattern where we flipped this key level as support, right? This 7.948, like I've been talking about, which we need to do in order for price to go up. We flipped this now to support. So 8.8-ish. So now you want to continue up. You need to flip 9.967 as support. But again, we need Papa Bitcoin to kind of wake up a little bit. And you want to know what alts are going to do on a larger scale, right? There's a lot of influencers calling for alt season right now, and it's just not there. I just don't see it. Yeah, we got a pump based off of news, a news-based pump with XRP. So we couldn't maintain that. That just tells you where the market's at right now. Not only that, but check this out. So the SEC is suing every exchange in existence. All exchanges have closed to the United States, which is the biggest cryptocurrency market in the world. They're attacking coins. You had everyone sell off alts and put them into Bitcoin or stable coins, and that still couldn't push us up, right? So it's just a grim time in the market right now. I know everyone's like, well, we're up 45% on the year. Sure. But at the same time, there's no spot volume perps. This isn't the bull market yet, right? 36,000-ish bull market territory. Until then, we're still in a bear market territory. Look at this real quick. This is from Glassnode. This is the longest we've ever been in a bear market, 490 days. The last longest was like 2015, 2016, 386 days. The 19, 204 days. So this is the longest. If you're still here, congratulations. I don't want to sound like a bear because I'm not. Just when the markets are bearish, I'm bearish. When they're bullish, I'm bullish. Right now, markets are bearish, right? And that changes from time to time. Even when we get little upswings and stuff. And I try to paint the bullish and the bearish scenario. So bearish scenario on altcoins is we get a clean break out of this descending wedge, which typically it'll break up at some point. It's just not there right now. And we did with the XRP news, but then it just kind of fell flat. A lot of alts have already retraced the entire XRP gain. Not all reply guys, but a lot of them have. So really, we need to start flipping this 394, we'll call it $400,000 as support. Until then, we're probably going to fall back into this channel and keep trading down in this channel. But when this starts seemingly taking off and reclaiming these levels, that is your alt season. This is total 3 market cap. Total 3 is the ticker on TradingView. This is the market cap of all crypto, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think that's it for today, guys. We covered a lot of coins, some quickly, some not so quickly. We got you the Bitcoin and what to look for this weekend. Sold you total 3, what to look for. And then hop in Discord, right? Give me someone to talk to. No one's in there yet, and that's fine. It'll grow. Trust me. Just like we blew up 30 subscribers yesterday, right? It's going to happen. So don't miss the train because I'm keeping this baby small. So that's it. I appreciate you guys. I will be here this weekend. Unless it's just dead and chopping sideways and there's nothing going on, then I'm going to relax. But I should be making a video tomorrow and Sunday. If not, and it's a slow weekend, there's nothing going on, I'll see you guys Monday. But I should be here tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for watching. Discord link, discord.gg/Alpha Aere. Toss those thumbs up buttons. Toss those. What does that even mean? Hit those thumbs up buttons. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. If you want a coin TA, drop it down below. I will TA it for you in tomorrow's video. If you want it sooner than that, hop in Discord. Have a good weekend, guys.